is the dual identification saga that has been circulating on social media for a couple of days now, and equally we are going to be bringing to you some developments of this particular topic. And before we get to dissect some of these very interesting topics that we are going to be looking at today with some very resource persons that's out of the southwest region, we are going to give to you the sports updates before we get to commence with our topic of discussion. And mind you that today's session is going to be an open session. That means that you can equally contribute by sending in a text message with a number on your screen, or you give in a call as if you have a good network around you for you to participate in this particular topics for today. That is a dual identification, what you think it's the problem and how can they actually solve this particular issue. We take on this break. Do not touch this dial. When we come back, you are going to be having sports updates. Welcome back. You're watching High Spot over High Television with Sonny Tanguni, and the program is just starting where we are going to kickstart this particular edition of the evening with the CAF draws that took place yesterday in Egypt. And to tell you that who is going to battle at the level of the CAF Championship, the finals, is what we are looking at. We'll go straight away to look at the draws. After the draws that took place yesterday in Egypt, who are those that are going to be facing who in terms of this particular draws? Where on the first position, it's going to be ES Tunis that is going to play against Mamou Samas, and equally we are going to be having a Simba. Mind you that Simba SA is the club that Chiem Malong, that equally left Cotton Sport of Garoua, is going to be logging horns with. We have Mamelodi Sundowns with Young Africa, and that is it in terms of the CAF draws that took place yesterday, and these other fixtures right on your screen. Away from the CAF draws that took place yesterday in Egypt, we talk about Etoga Frank, where yesterday with an 81 minutes goal, he secured the 3-2 win for his team, and equally he picked up the man of the match for that particular game yesterday for his club after an 81 minute goal from Etoga Frank. He has actually picked up the man of the match for that particular game. I want to say congratulations to Etoga Frank for that wonderful performance. Indeed, the Cameroonian blood rushed through him. Alongside Etoga Frank, we talk about what happened with Napoli yesterday. To Barcelona fans out there, it was a day for them to actually smile as it defeated Napoli 3-1 to why not get through the quarterfinals of the UEFA's Championship. Where equally Arsenal, to the Elephants of Arsenal, equally have also gone to the quarterfinals, and they are getting closer already to the trophy, like how many persons expected. And that is Frank Anguissa. It's the end of the road for Frank Anguissa in terms of that particular game of yesterday. And away from that, let's look at what Yongo Bitolo had to say on his social media handle in respect to the dual identification that has been circulating on social media. We all know that Yongo Bitolo, it's an indubitable lion who has always been there in terms of animating the national team, but unfortunately he wasn't called during the last cut-up to represent the green, white, yellow in terms of the African Cup of Nations. And Yongo Bitolo on his social media handle goes and say that instead of us to be protecting our players, we are instead selling them at a cheaper rate out there. And that is talking in concerns of Douala Nathan Wilfred, that has been on the provisional list, the 62-man provisional list that was released by the FIFA Food Bureau after serious investigation. And Obitolo gets to stand with Nathan to say that instead of us to protect our players, we instead sell them at a cheaper rate. And he goes forth to equally say that this particular player has been suffering from a lot of talks on social media right from his call up at to be with the Lions in Ivory Coast, and now it is still him. Why are we selling our players cheaper? Why are we doing this to the young boy who wants to grow his talent? That is what Yongo Bitolo had to say in respect to this particular issue of Nathan Wilfred. And away from that, let's look at what transpired on Saturday, 9 March 2024 at the Monaco Masport Stadium. And mind you that it was the launching of the Southwest Regional League, like I told you some days back. And we are going to have a full package of what actually transpired at the Monaco Masport Stadium that particular day. And mind you that we had two games that launched that particular season, where the first game was between Wasapito and equally Kamanyi FI. Mind you that these two teams are from the Meme side as Pool D, and equally there was a second game from Pool B, which was comprised of Fako United and LS Sport, the New Babies, and these two games ended on a 2-2 tie. Let's get a report and let's get the follow of what happened in that launching in the following report. This was the flow of joy on the faces of thousands of spectators who came out in their numbers to witness the launching of the Southwest Regional League on March 9, 2024. The launching ceremonies saw the presence of the FECA Food Vice President and equally other football stakeholders in and out of the region. The new football season in the region witnessed two games, with the first encounter ending in a 2-2 tie between Kamanyi FI and Wasapito. The game saw both sides play on 10 players as both teams were issued red cards. The top match of the day that made many wonder if they were watching an elite championship was between Fako United and New Babies Elect Sport of Limbe. The game saw Elect Sport open scored at the early minutes of the game by Riwan Fowl, but Mundua Bright of Fako United replied with an equalizer before the end of the first 45 minutes of play. The last segment saw a no backing down spirit as both teams showed a masterclass performance that saw Big Christopher of Elect Sports put his sights ahead with the second goal barely 20 minutes to the end of the game. Fako United, hungry for more goals, replied with an 80-minute goal from Ibrahim Ekwa to split points after a 2-2 tie. Both coaches have appreciated their players.
So we played well. So it was a good game. So we just have to win by a big side. We knew it was going to be a very, very difficult game for us. But we prepared the players mentally that they should resist the pressure. So it's the first game. You know, friendly games will never be the same with official games.
With the intensity of the game, the fourth vice president was caught spelled down.
Bureau for this wonderful mobilization and for a very, very good organization. I think there's a saying that when you organize well, you're gonna end well. I just want to wish them the best, because the football I've watched here, I've never seen an amateur league play like this. It was like I was watching an Elite One team playing here. I just want to use this opportunity to maybe appreciate my national president, Dr. Samuel Etofis, for his wonderful work he's been doing for football in Cameroon. You can see that now people are coming back to the field. What I watched here, I saw all players that have left football since, that have come back to see play. And they were very, very perfect in the field and very, very tactics in the field. And I think we just want to say, let it continue in that spirit, and to also appreciate the team presidents, the managers of the team. In our two regions, especially in the Southwest and the Northwest, where we have crisis, but I can still see team president mobilizing teams to come up with this wonderful tactic play that I've seen here, well dressed. I want to appreciate them and to say they show kudos to their effort and they should not relent, because we say football play. And in all, I would say Southwest region, I've seen another Elite 2 team.
A successful launch, a smooth run of the season with another representative in the Elite Championship is another desire of the president of the Southwest Regional League, Mr. Ndaze Valerie.
I first of all want to thank the men of the press and also to thank the club presidents who have been doing enormously to see that football should be played in this part of the region. I must say that the football that we've watched today, this afternoon, is just to prove and to show to us that the Southwest Regional League has been doing a great job to see that we should pick up another Elite 2 ticket, because the president of this country, President Paul Biya, has given Southwest some good pitches, good stadiums, and I think it is our place as the football organizers, coordinators in this part of the country to see that we should qualify teams at the highest level so that they can keep these beautiful stadiums warm.
Southwest region launched. The Southwest region has equally launched successfully, and the following fixtures for match day 1 will be communicated in the days ahead as the fans await to give in their support to their various clubs. Indeed, it was a successful launch of the Southwest Regional League on Saturday, and mind you that a couple of 8 goals have already been scored in terms of this particular championship, with 2 red cards already recorded as the first game between Wasapitu and equally Kamanyi FI. The goalkeeper and the player of Kamanyi FI was awarded red card to be able to why not secure the first 2 red cards of this particular championship. And the next fixtures for match day 1 will be communicated to you in the days ahead. Away from the Southwest Regional League launch, let's talk about what happened with Tico United, the Samba Boys, where it is their president who thought it wise to commence the Southwest Regional League with his players by offering them boots to be able to use them in playing. And just to remind you that last season Tico United was ousted at the quarter-finals level for the Southwest Regional League. This time around, with a couple of friendly games that the team has actually been participating in, it tells you that they have an agenda and a goal that they should be able to achieve, and that is why the president for Samba Boys decided to gift these players playing boots to be able to deliver in terms of when the league is going to start. And we want to applaud such gestures from our president, and we want to say congratulations for the management for thinking of such an initiative to put a smile on the faces of these players that will be giving their all as the league is going to commence in the days ahead. And I'm sure that the fan club of the Samba Boys is equally very ready, because when we talk about one of the clubs here in the Southwest region that always in their numbers when their team is playing, we talk about the Samba Boys, we talk about Fako United, we talk about Istanbul, and many other clubs in the region. And that gesture from the president of the Tico United, we want to say congratulations. And away from Tico United, away from the Southwest region in total, let's go to what is happening in terms of the playoffs preparations, with the over 16 teams, that is 8 from the Elite 1 and 8 from the Elite 2, they respectively, that are preparing for the playoffs. And where we are going to kickstart with what is happening with the defending champions, Cotton Sport of Garwa. And to tell you that Cotton Sport of Garwa, they have already left Garwa to Douala on road, where they are going to be participating in the playoffs, and they were going to be playing in Douala. And the Cottonites have decided to why not touch the size of the Littoral region very early before Saturday, because the playoffs will be commencing this Saturday in terms of the MTN Elite 1. Like we earlier said, good luck to them as they wind up gear up towards and maintaining this particular title onto their name. We go to the Elite 2 to look at what's transpiring with Elite 2 clubs equally that are preparing for the playoffs, where we talk about Raseng equally. Raseng, it has been a back-to-back training session for Raseng Club of Douala, where they are coaching department has been doing all it takes to make sure that the players of Vaseng are fit and comfortable to be able to deliver during the players. And to tell you that during the championship, Vaseng was one of the clubs or the teams to pick up a qualification ticket to the playoffs right before time. And we come to the Southwest region equally to talk about Isle Hope Sports Academy. And equally, this particular side has had a couple of friendly games where they have played to equally match up at their level of training sessions or to do what their coaches have been teaching them. And the Southwest side, Isosa, has been doing a lot because they have a strong battle ahead of them to actually play. And I'm sure any of these days they must be heading to the West region because that is where they will be in terms of battling for a maintenance at the MTN Elite 2 Championship. And just to remind you that the venues for the MTN Elite 2 playoffs and play down have been distributed to the various stadiums in the West region. We talk about the Kwekong, we talk about the Buddha and many other stadiums that are in the West region. And we want to say good luck to Isle Hope Sports Academy, as we know that the Elephants are going to make us proud like how they have been doing, and to tell you that they have a serious battle where they have to struggle to maintain themselves in that particular championship. Good luck to this particular Southwest side. And away from that, let's talk what's happening in Ghana, Accra, in terms of the 13 African Games. And mind you that we have a total of about 65 Cameroonian athletes that will be participating in the various disciplines that are talked, especially swimming, wrestling, judo, and many other disciplines. And to tell you that Team Cameroon, it's ranked 14th in terms of medals already, where they have a total of about 9 medals already into their pocket, but yet still to get a gold medal in terms of the various disciplines that they will be representing Cameroon. As you can see on your screen, where Team Cameroon is at the 14th okay, that's a wrong one, but as of now, in terms of the correct standings, Team Cameroon is at the 14 in terms of the classification and has a total of about 9 medals already, and is still to look for a gold medal, where it is Egypt that is currently topping this particular classification. And meanwhile, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, Algeria equally, are still the top 3 in terms of the total of medals gotten already. Away from what is transpiring in Ghana, let's talk about what is equally making waves in the Northwest region. And when we talk about what is making waves in the Northwest region, we're talking about the Bamenda Kwe, that's the Tamfi Bamenda Kwe Stadium, that construction is currently ongoing, where it is already satisfactory to the thousands of the Northwest population that has been their greatest plight in terms of getting the stadium where their children, players and teams, both Elite 1 and 2, can, why not say, they can enjoy home advantage in terms of these particular competitions where they play. As you can see on your screen, it's already evidence that work is rapidly ongoing, but we are going to get the full details and report from this following report that will be given to you. For many years, the people of the Northwest region have been requesting for a good stadium to equally enjoy football at home. And today, one can say that it is a dream come true, as the Ntamfi Proximity Stadium in Bamenda Kwe, Bamenda 1, is already surfacing as construction works are rapidly ongoing through the support of the UNDP and FECAFOOT. To many inhabitants and sport lovers and journalists, they can't wait to make good use of this stadium.
With all the images we have seen so far shared on the social media, I think